Good day, everyone. So, welcome to our first quarter in Art 9, which we will talk about the Western art and tradition or traditions. So, in this lesson, I prepared to divide it into three for you to understand deeply the story or the characteristic of Western arts and their traditions. As you can see, we have here the timeline of different Western arts period, which was divided into three: the ancient art, classical art, and medieval art, which has happened in 1,500 million years BC or before Christ to 2000 BC, which we were talk about the ancient art from prehistoric to Egyptian arts, and we have the second classical art from 2000 BC to 400 BC, which we will talk about the Greek art and the Roman art. And here we have last part here, which is medieval art from 400 BC to 1400 AD, or the Anno Domini. It is after death, and we will talk about here the Byzantine art, the Romanesque art, and the Gothic art. So without further ado, let's proceed to our first lesson, which we will talk about the ancient paintings from prehistoric era and to Egyptian period. But before we proceed to our first lesson, let me define what is art. Art is derived from the Latin word ars, which means a skill, also known as totality of human activities. In fact, it is important to us as human because through arts we express feeling of love, we give satisfaction to ourselves as a talented person, and we develop our characters, proper attitudes, and also our values. Ganyan ang nagagawa ng arts sa buhay ng isang tao. So let's proceed to our uh, lesson, which we will talk about the Asian paintings from prehistoric era and Egyptian, which is from 1,500 million years before Christ to 2,000 years before Christ. Biruin nyo nga naman no, kung gaano katagal na yung arts na nag-i-exist sa buhay ng tao. No? So let's proceed to the prehistoric era, which includes all human existence before the emergence of writings. A type of art dominated at this era is cave paintings that serve as people way of communication. So during the prehistoric era, no, before magkaroon ng pagsusulat, they have the art which is cave paintings by the word itself, cave paintings, through paintings sa cave. They communicate yung kanilang kasama doon at the same time sa pagtakbo ng panahon, they communicate as we discovered the history, as we discovered their art, inside the cave during this time. Ayan, sa kanilang panahon kasi dahil wala pa naman silang exact word to tell their feelings or to tell their thoughts sa kanilang kasamahan, so they prepared to draw what they feel, and what they visualize, kung para ma-visualize din ng kasamahan nila. Okay, for example, the figures of different animals imitating the nature, imitating the actions of their fellows, Ayan. So mamaya I will show you different arts or cave arts kung ano ba yung mga tinutukoy ko. But for now, let's proceed to agad-agad sa Egypt era or Egyptian period. Ganun lang po kasimple ang arts during the prehistoric period. Ginagamit lang nila ito into communication at the same time to preserve the story, to preserve the history itself. And we have naman the Egyptian arts, which is the purpose of Egyptian art paintings is to make the deceased afterlife place pleasant. So, ayan, ang purpose nito is para lang mailagay yung mga labi ng kanilang minamahal into pleasant place or uh, presentable place, for them. And it emphasizes the importance of life after death and the preservation of knowledge from the past, which is the history itself, no? Siyempre, gaanon kahalaga during that time ang mga namamatay na mahal nila sa buhay. Even through our times naman ngayon, ganun din naman pag may namamatay sa ating mahal sa buhay, no, nilalagay natin sila sa magandang lugar, magandang libingan, kung saan na relax lang sila doon, di ba? And Egyptian arts is based on perfect balance because it reflects the ideals word of the gods. Ayan, bakit kaya ideal words of gods, no? Words of the gods itong Egyptian art. Okay, let's proceed. So we have here the example of prehistoric and Egyptian paintings. Prehistoric drawings of animals were usually correct in portion and native in its region. This painting may be more an artifact of archaeological evidence than the true pictures of human first created art, no? So, this is the Lascaux cave paintings, no? It's Politic area cave of Laxus from 15,000 to 10,000 BC, no? It's Stone Age. And as you can see, it was made by the uh syempre the prehistoric people inside the cave, and they use lines, the elements of arts lines to capture or to imitate the figures of the natures around them. And in the same cave, we have the Hall of Bull from the cave of Lascaux pa rin, no? So, the imitation of the figure of the bulls outside the cave, syempre, no? During the history. And we have the Egyptian period arts or paintings. This is highly stylist, no? Uh, the art of Egyptian is symbolic and show profile views of an animals or a person, which main color is red, black, blue, gold, and green. So they have an art which is what we call hieroglyphics, a system of writing using pictures, symbols used in ancient Egypt. In this period, it is not stated who are or who is the artist involving in the Egyptian painting, but there are slave laborers, well paid and highly respected workers that are responsible for implementing the pharaoh's vision. When it comes to the tomb, it was the painter's task to preserve the dead individual's spirit. Yan, ganun kahalaga ang arts during the time because yung arts nila ay ah, libingan, ano? Ito ay naglilibingan ng mga matataas na officials, no? Isang halimbawa is yung Pharaoh, yung kanilang namumuno sa kanila, which is their God, ano? And ang creator ng mga arts na ito ay sabi ko kanina, it is the laborers or the mga slaves, ano? Slave artists. As you can see, they have the sarcophagus of the Tutankhamen, which found the tomb, no? And their beautiful paintings and hieroglyphics. And we have also here the imitations of the slaves and the gods. And as you can see, the Egyptians paintings ay uh, napakaganda tingnan, no? So, the imitations of what happened through the history nakalagay po diyan, especially doon sa kanilang kilalang kilala na architectures, which is the pyramid. So that's it for today. Talking the Western classical art tradition, which is talking about also the ancient paintings from prehistoric era to Egyptian period. If you have any questions, just ask me in person. Just PM me via messenger or just comment or hang out on our YouTube channel, which is Kuya Rick. Ano? And syempre, don't forget to subscribe and kita-kits tayo to another lesson, which is talk about the classical paintings from Greek era and Romantic era. So that's it for today. Goodbye and thank you.